Welcome to a brand new episode of Nothing Unscripted. Today, I'm joined by a man who has shaped the culture, amplified voices, and built a platform that strengthens connection while helping you to build a new one. Also, he's the recipient of the Dana Award 2023. Do you know how big that is? No, you don't. He's not only a builder in the nursing profession, he's a builder of minds, he's a builder of art, he's a builder of lives, and his story has truly empowered and inspired us. So ladies and gentlemen, join me as I welcome to the couch Oladotun Ajayi.
Hey, hi.
Hi everyone, thank you for coming today, and we are looking forward to sipping from your tea.
Thank you so much. So excited to be here.
Yeah, same here, and I'm so privileged and honored to share the same couch with you today. Thanks so much. So before we go into the main conversation, let's do some background check. Can you tell us about yourself?
Okay, so my name is Oladotun Ajayi. I'm a nurse, of course, and I'm currently interning at Evaki Hospital, Lekki, Lagos, Nigeria. And aside that, I do a lot of things outside nursing. And by privilege as well, I was at the just completed ICN Conference in Finland. And yes, outside that as well, I help in building young professionals by also, democratizing opportunities for them through LinkedIn as the major medium of, communication in that regard. So yes.
Yeah, thanks so much for that beautiful introduction. Talking about LinkedIn, you are one of the most influential LinkedIn nurses right now. So what inspired the idea? How did you come about LinkedIn Local?
Okay, so my story behind LinkedIn is quite interesting, right? I found out LinkedIn when I was in 200 level in nursing school. So at the time, I did not exactly know anything I was doing, in life, in quotes in general, right? I found LinkedIn, and through that, I've been able to, of course, find more expression with my life and with things that I'm currently doing. So I joined LinkedIn, and out of curiosity, I was just very, inspired by people that I see on the platform, right? And owing to the fact that I'm not from a very big background, I wanted to, of course, change that, and also, ensure that a lot of young persons get inspired by people that are doing great out there. So I was able to drive change by, helping young professionals come on LinkedIn to get opportunities, because I was able to see the number of opportunities that LinkedIn gave to me as well. And at a very young age, I wanted to see a lot more young persons get on that space and also get opportunities for themselves. And that was how the journey started. And for about 5 years now, I've been consistently building on the platform by helping young professionals.
Thanks so much for that. Talking about opportunities that LinkedIn gave to you, can you share some of them?
Okay, so I'd say this ICN Congress that I went for is one of them. For example, I think I had my visa issue at some point, and the reason stated was that I wasn't going to come back to Nigeria. Of course, that was something that every young person gets and all of those things. So I was able to make an outcry on LinkedIn by writing a letter to the Finland embassy on LinkedIn, and through that I was able to get a good response, and I reapplied and my visa got accepted. So yeah, this is just one of the many opportunities that I've been able to get on LinkedIn as well, right? And to some extent as well, on LinkedIn I've been able to make some money for myself to earn a living, right? So yeah, that was the summary majorly.
Oh wow, that's truly inspiring. So about LinkedIn Local, still on that, what were your encounters, what were your experience, and how did you tackle them?
Okay, so for LinkedIn Locals, right, let me just give a background story in that regard as well. So LinkedIn Local started in 2023. I hosted the first edition in my institution, which had about 1,000 attendees.
The name of your institution?
Lautech, Ogbomoso. I graduated from Lautech. I'm a proud Lautech guy, please. So yeah, the first edition was held in 2023. I was a 300 level at the time, right? And a number of things that actually was a struggle for me at the time was funding for that event. It was a lot of struggle. I sold my laptop, to host an event. That was how passionate I was to ensure that, to just see that young persons come around to get inspired and all of those things, right? And from there we started going to, LinkedIn Local right now is in about 30 states in Nigeria, right? I've been to Kaduna, I've been to Lagos, I've been to different parts of the country, just ensuring that people in different institutions come on LinkedIn, right, and get opportunities at the very young age, because LinkedIn not just gives you opportunities, right, but also expands your mindset. When you see someone doing well in their different spaces, you sort of get inspired, right? Instead of you getting oppressed, you drive inspiration from that. And of course, inspiration is not always going to be enough. It's also very important for you to understand discipline, right? As much as you're getting inspired, if you're not disciplined enough to act on that inspiration, it's going to be like null, right? I mean, a young person can attend 10 events in a year, right, and get inspired in 10 events, right? If he or she doesn't make one action, I mean, all of those inspiration is a waste, right? So I just want to see that a lot of more young persons access opportunities and access more inspiration, and as much as that, get disciplined enough to like work on what they are getting inspired by.
That's truly like that's a deep one, a very deep one, and thank you for sharing that. So you were one of the delegates at ICN Conference.
Yeah,
How
right.
did you do it? Like, tell us.
How did I do it?
Yes.
That was, I mean, I think in life, right, people face struggles. I think this is one of the most struggles I faced in my life, right? It was mentally draining and financially draining as well. At some point, I wanted to give up that. I'm not going again. But I think I've learned in life that when you like fight for what you want, I think to some extent you get whatever it is you're fighting for. So I got denied visa at the initial phase. I mean, I went from Lagos to Abuja, traveled, spent a lot of money, paid for visa and all of those things, right? But it was so stressful that funding was almost like becoming an issue, right? But I mean, I was able to raise funding, all thanks to God, and yeah, that came by. So the experience itself was very fantastic. I mean, it's so important that you meet people on like a pedestal. For example, those that I met there, if I was just in Nigeria, not going for the conference, not meeting them there, it's going to be very impossible, right? But I met them on a pedestal of, yes, we are almost like we are meeting on the same pedestal. Like everybody traveled out of Nigeria to Finland to attend the conference. So we met on a like good pedestal, right? If I was in Nigeria, I want to meet the register of NMCN. I'm going to like struggle a lot, but we're able to meet quite easily there. And of course, to an extent, we've been able to, I mean, make a good rapport, and gradually relationship is building that way. So that was like some. It's been like it was a very fantastic experience. Yeah. So yeah.
Still on the matter of LinkedIn, a lot of young people, they see LinkedIn as very boring because they see it as very rigid and not flexible. So what can you say about that?
Okay, so the first correction in that regard is that LinkedIn is not rigid, right? For me, like I said earlier, I was able to see LinkedIn as a platform for inspiration. I mean, a lot of people just come on LinkedIn and see LinkedIn as, oh, people are announcing, I just got my first car, I just got this, I just got that.
Yeah, they kind of paint it like it's more of your achievement.
Right, but I mean, in the real sense, it's just very important, and it's wisdom of you to think that you're driving inspiration from that and not just from oppression, right? If young persons are able to see LinkedIn as a platform for inspiration, they are able to like learn from people that can, I mean, change their mindset about life, and also help them get on opportunities, right? So that's what I think young persons should see LinkedIn as.
Going back to LinkedIn Local, which is you're organizing one of the biggest events in Nigeria. So can you tell us about it? What are the aims of the event, the LinkedIn Local, and your experience so far organizing this event?
Okay, so I mean, for a long time, in Nigeria, a lot of people do not exactly believe that young persons can do great things, right, from a small place, right? I'm from a small place, right? And by the grace of God, I want to keep doing great things. So we are trying to ensure that young persons see possibilities, right? We are mirroring possibilities for young persons, and we want to see that they are not just able to think local, but thinking global. They are able to see beyond themselves, right? If every young person can see themselves as a hope for the coming generation, it means that in the coming years we're going to have a good future like Nigeria. We're going to have a good Nigeria. So for LinkedIn Local, it's been like an interesting ride, trying to, of course, create impact in different spaces. And yes, we are trying to see, the theme for this event is titled Themed Evolving Beyond Narrative. So we are trying to see things differently. We're trying to, of course, ensure that young persons come and learn from people that are well experienced in their different spaces. For example, one of people that we have as speakers at the event is Tuni Okoye, right? And we met with him in January to, of course, share the idea about the event with him, and he was really excited and all of that. And yes, we changed the date of the event recently, and of course, he was still willing to come around. That's going to be on the 4th of October 2025. So it's going to be happening at Victoria Island, Lagos, Trinity Towers. And yes, we want to see young persons from across the world. We have people coming from Ghana, right? People from UK coming around, delegates from around the world. And if you're in Nigeria and you want to miss out on the event, shooting yourself in the leg.
Yeah.
So yes, that's just like the summary of the event majorly.
Oh, that's a big one. After
Thank you.
that, thank you. We're done.
Okay, so what are your future plans with career, LinkedIn, local, and policy making?
Okay, so if I'm to answer questions on that, it's going to be based on what I currently think, right?
Yeah.
As we grow, like in life, I mean, plans change and all of those things, right? But right now, what I want to do, having my master's in public health, right? And I mean, forging my career in nursing, right? If that's enough details. And for LinkedIn Local, of course, we're having our first edition this year. It's going to be continuous. We've done all around Nigeria, right? We are going international soon, right? So, by the grace of God. So, I think that answers your question.
Yeah,
right?
like policy making.
Policy making. Well, I'm still progressing in that regard, and I'm still learning in that regard. So, we are looking forward to what God brings and what the future holds in that regard. So, yeah, thank you very much.
Thank you for that response. That was actually like clear. So, talking about your school now, you said you graduated from London. So, can you share, did it contribute to your story, even career-wise and nursing?
Oh yes, Lautech contributed a huge chunk to my story. So, at some point when I was in school,
Yes.
I was always traveling from Ogbomoso to Lagos twice every month, attending events. I mean, at that time, my classmate knew that I was just always all over the place and all of that, and that was because the calendar was sort of flexible for me to be able to maneuver my way around some things. For example, when I had my hiring exams, I came to OAU, right, to come and speak at LinkedIn Local OAU. That was in 2023, yes. My hiring exam was supposed to start on Monday. I came to OAU on Saturday. Right, a lot of my classmates were thinking that, oh boy, are you
Okay.
are you alright?
Yeah.
But I mean, I knew what I wanted and I knew what I was doing at the time. So, second was, I think in 2023 as well, in October, I traveled to Jos to go and speak at LinkedIn Local Jos, right? And all of these experiences are just, shaped me to be who I am right now, and all thanks to, my class and all of those things at the time, right? So, everything put together, shaped me because I've taken a lot of risks, right? And I feel like anybody that wants to be great in life, right, must, of course, adopt the strategy of taking risk continuously, not, once in a lifetime, right? It's in the risk that you learn. Even if you fail in the risk, you learn your failures, right? And for that, failure is a feedback from the future, right? It informs you on things to do better, like moving forward and all of those things, right? So, yes, I feel like Lautech really contributed to my story currently, and of course, my story is still in progress. So, yeah.
From your failure is a feedback for your future.
Yeah.
Right.
Sure.
Thank you so much. So, what can you say to nursing students out there who are like inspired by your story and they don't know how to start?
Okay, so if you don't know how to start, what I'll say is start, right? It only takes you to start, right? Most times at the early phase, it's always very difficult. The courage to start is always, how people feel about what I'm trying to do. Just start the best way you can. Put in your effort and know that, okay, this is my best and I'm putting my best to start, right? Along the line, it's just like, for example, if there's a forge, right?
Yeah.
Early in the morning, maybe during Ramadan and there's a forge. If you're standing here, you cannot see the end of the forge, right? But if you keep progressing in the forge, you keep seeing like a clear picture. So that's how it works too. So if you don't start, it's more like you're just being stagnant. You're just going to remain where you are. You're not going to see what's ahead, right? But if you start and keep moving, that's a pointer to the fact that you're doing something well and you're progressing. So just start and ensure that God backs you up, and ensure that, of course, you build quality relationships for your journey, because it's going to be needed, right? Relationships are catalysts that, of course, speed up people's progress in life. So you want to ensure that you're building in that regard as well. So yes, I think these few things would really work and help you.
Relationship. So, in this your journey, at any point, like were you kind of tired? Did you ever think of giving up? Okay, so
I've thought of giving up several times. This is open, right? Because there are times that I just be like, I'm also like this.
For example, there are days that, I mean, having to source for funding for events and everything, there is a lot of work, even after spending all you have and everything, right? So at those times I'll be like, oh my god, who sent me? But the major thing that has, kept me, on is thinking about the fact that I have lives to bless, right? I mean, I think the Bible says creation waits for the manifestation of the sons of God, right? So for myself, I am consistently manifesting what God, of course, has for me in store, right? I've not manifested everything yet. I'm still in progress, right? So it's a continuous process, and everybody keeps evolving, right? If someone had told me that maybe Dotun that I'm currently seeing will be here today, I don't think I would have, because I mean, I used to be an extreme introvert. I don't go out for events. Even to introduce myself is a problem.
What's changed?
Because I mean, I found LinkedIn and I was very intentional about helping myself as well, right? I was intentional about helping myself too. So yeah, that really is.
Thank you so much. Thank you for allowing us to sip from your tea today. And I know that the audience back home, this session is not just it's just a reminder that you have to be more, and you don't have to be stagnant in this nursing profession. There is more to nursing, and you can be whoever and whatever you want to be.
Absolutely.
Thank you so much. And I know we've not sipped enough from his tea, so if you really want to get the full gist and the whole story, make sure you attend the LinkedIn local events that is coming on October 4th. October 4th. Make sure you do not miss it. Thank you so much for joining us today. Once again, such an honor and privilege to actually host you. And thank you.
Thank you so much.
So to our subscribers at home, if you've not subscribed, make sure you click on the subscribe button down there right now and do it. Oh, lastly, I forgot. Have you seen our movie Unmasked?
Oh no, I haven't. But I will.
This is a reminder, yes, you have to,
Okay.
and then we'll be expecting your comments on
Okay.
the movie. So
No problem.
the title of the movie is Unmasked. The
Unmasked.
first one was Alabere, so you can just check the two and let us know what you feel about it.
Alright.
Thank you so
Can I
much.
feature your movie?
Yeah, definitely, yes, it's a good one, yes, we don't mind. Thank you so much.
Alright, that's
Yes, and to our viewers at home, this is a reminder in case you've not watched any of the movies, Unmasked and Alabere, this is just a reminder for you to go watch it. And don't forget to subscribe, like, comment, and share to your friends and families. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.